What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna wait a few minutes for people to jump in because we've been having technical issues with YouTube. So from what I've seen, people across platforms of all YouTubers have been losing subscribers, and their bell notifications have been adjusted to sometimes, not all the time. So let's start off with saying hi to everybody in here. Jennifer Hineyhole, Soul Shine for Jesus, Christina, PJ, Carolina Moon. That's awesome. Vanessa A. Yeah, we see you, Christina. So how's everybody doing this fine evening? Who would like to come up on panel with me? Yeah, I can't wait for cool weather either. Oh, that's awesome. Your mother's 76 today? My mom turned 76 on the 4th of September. So does anybody in this chat know about bipolar and what that means? A lot of people don't understand bipolar. Can anybody throw out their thought of what bipolar is? Yeah, there's not too many people. They call it so yeah, up and down, happy, sad, joyful, angry, just mood swings, major mood swings. One minute somebody will be in a good mood, the next minute they want to destroy everything. Yes. So I have bipolar. So there's two types of bipolar. There's you got I'll tell you the two different types. People with bipolar 1 have at least one episode of mania in their lifetime, while people with bipolar 2 do not. During a manic episode, people with bipolar 1 also tend to have more severe symptoms that disrupt their daily life. Okay, so if you suffer with bipolar 1, yeah, you can have severe symptoms that disrupt. Yes. I have bipolar 1. Man, I want to know who's having what for dinner. Because after my live, I'm going to have to go to the grocery store and start cooking some food. And I will tell you, I have a member in chat, Brooke. She gave me a recipe for Mississippi mud pie, or mud roast, Mississippi mud roast. Yeah, that was good. That was real good. So what are you cooking for dinner, Miss Arnold? Yeah, so Kansu, I will tell you this. My brain function is I'm random. I'm very random. I don't stay. My brain bounces around. Like I'll talk about one thing and then get distracted on something else. But back to bipolar, okay? So we know what bipolar 1 is. So bipolar 2 is a disorder that involves periods of depression and periods of elevated mood called hypomania. This is like mania but less extreme. All forms of bipolar disorder involve shifts in mood and levels of energy activity. So bipolar 2 is it's bipolar 1 is harder to treat because you have to go through different types of medication to figure out which one treats it, because bipolar 2 is not as bad. It's just, yeah, it's hard to explain. Because I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I'm just a person who has bipolar 1. Yeah, meltdowns. Let's talk about a bipolar meltdown. So a bipolar meltdown is much like bipolar anger. It's a very stigmatizing phrase and not something that really exists. The phrase bipolar meltdown can refer to a bipolar person having a manic episode or being in a depressed state. You might hear sounds in the background because I got my windows wide open, enjoying the fresh breeze coming through my windows, instead of having ACs running and bills going up. Is chat frozen? I'm trying to get somebody to come up and talk about, you know, what they have done to come up on panel and discuss what they've done to help with their bipolar. I could tell you what I do to help with me. But I like to, I'll share my story, but I want somebody to come up here and share their story. Oh, my word. We are in the middle of a heat warning. They are saying it could be deadly heat to stay indoors. my, my boyfriend said he heard you said, all I know, one thing you do to help with bipolar. He started laughing, smoking up. Yeah, if it was 110 degrees here, I wouldn't be stepping outside. I'd be like, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. See, my dogs would be trained that I could open the door and they could run outside and do their thing and then come right back inside. I'm not going outside. Nope. Not in 110, 20 degrees. Nope. Them doggies can, yep. I'll put them on a leash. They can run outside on that leash. We got Miss W in the house and Savi's aunt in the house. Hello. So, I've noticed, back to it, is people are not getting their notifications. Or if they do, they're getting it late. And you know what's crazy is a manic episode, having bipolar, and you have a manic episode, it can be triggered by PTSD a lot of times too. Now, Ms. W self-medicates. Does that mean by smoking weed? I don't consider that a drug or self-medicating, because in some instances it's better for them to do that than be taking pharmaceutical drugs. Just saying. In some instances, in some states they promote it. Now, there's some instances that I wouldn't. Like, so if you have anxiety, yeah, I wouldn't. But with bipolar, with PTSD, yes, but with anxiety, that can make you paranoid. So, I know plenty of people that like the extracurricular activities. I don't have a problem with it. I actually promote it over everything else. My mom's 75 years old and she does it. Without it, she's a different person. So, I'm trying. So I have people. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to improve my channel in certain ways where I can make it mobile. Okay, and I can get. I'm working on getting a camera set up. It's an HD camera. A friend of mine has it, and I need to get a setup for multiple mics, so I can go mobile. Because I have a friend of mine that runs a chicken spot, and he understands mental health because he's dealt with it, and he is also a victor of a shooting. He survived being shot, and he likes to travel around the country sharing his story. So I told him about the podcast that I'm doing, the YouTube channel talking about mental health and trying to help people and get people on to share their story. And he wants to come on and share his story. He wants to get up on, we have the camera set up and we go live, cameras rolling, and you get to watch him talk to the world, sharing his story. That's what he wants to do. So that's my game plan, is trying to get more people to come on. I have quite a few more people that want to share their story, but I have to become mobile. So that's what I'm working on. Because it'll give me more things to talk about, conversations, interview people. Because it would just get old hearing about one person and their personal life over and over and over again. So I want to get people to come up on panel and talk about their struggles with mental health and, what they've done to improve themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to people around me that want to come up on panel and talk about how they've become victors with mental health instead of victims and letting it control them. Mental health will always control us to a certain point. But there is a point in life where we got to be able to take control of it too. How we doing, Megan? Leslie! She's in the house. Mental health is something serious. And we don't take it serious. We really don't. This country doesn't. We make fun of people who are mentally unstable. We crack jokes on people who are mentally unstable. And then we wonder why people are so... Oh man, you gotta be careful on some of the things I say. If you look at the unaliving rate in the United States, self-harm in the United States, it is wild. Can anybody hear the cat in the background? If you can, let me know, because it's mine. So, back to what I was saying. It's just the unaliving rate is through the roof. It's Lisa, It's through the roof, and it's crazy. It's I've lost two friends to it. There's probably more. I just don't know. She's good now. She's laying down. But during the pandemic, it got even worse, where it was just skyrocketing because there wasn't help out there. They'd reach out for help and nobody was there. That's fine, Megan. That's fine. I understand. Clumsy clairvoyance, hello. So what I try to do is with this channel is try to reach out to somebody if you can, somebody, Soulshine, can you post a link to my Discord in chat? If you're able to. So if people are having a rough time, they could go in there and they can just get things off their chest. I don't mind. Oh man. See, Diana, yeah. Alma Carrera, hello, beautiful. It's good to hear from you after everything that was happening Sunday. I'm glad you're safe. Depression is not the devil. It's a chemical imbalance in the brain. It is from a traumatic experience. It is from something you went through as an adult or as a child. Depression is not the devil. It's what you witnessed the devil doing is depressing. So, depression is not the devil. I'm not going to go into exact detail. What happened to me was the devil's doing. But the aftermath, me having depression is I am not the devil. So you can tell your friend to how you doing. Yeah, so for somebody to say that your daughter being depressed, she's the devil, no, that ain't a friend. That ain't a friend. You know, man. See, I've had to eliminate people in my life because of that. Because they would say certain things. All right, give me just a second. All right. Can anybody see the link I just posted? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me know if that link worked. Let me know if that link worked. So, when I see people in person, I usually shake their hand and give them a hug. Because you don't know what that person's going through. I had a person tell me they're not a hugger. So I gave them a hug. And you know what they did? They broke down and cried on my shoulder and said I needed that. Diana, I told a friend of mine that I was S8 as a child. And I have PTSD from it. You know what he said to me? Just get over it. So that confused me. Like, how can you get over something like that? You can't. So when my friend said that to me, I'm like, all right, I'm all set. Let me know if that link for the Discord worked. I hope it did. Yes, it did. Okay. It did. All right. Sweet. Sweet. No, you're not overthinking it, Diana. Correct. Every face has a story. Lisa, why don't you come up on panel? Be a guest. Brittany, my sister from another mother. One day, I'm going to get Brittany to come up on panel and interview me. She's got to let me know when she wants to do this. She better come prepared and ask them hard questions. So, I'm going to drop the link so whoever wants to come up can come up. Hey Lisa, I'm country is all sin too, okay? I don't think you'd get laughed off the panel because almost everybody in this community right now is country. And I'd rather hear a southern voice. I live in New Hampshire. That's all I hear is New York accents. New York and Boston. I hear that Boston all the time. Or how them New Yorkers go. Get out of here with that. Laura, I posted a link for Discord. If you guys are struggling mentally, and you need somebody to reach out to and talk to, I posted a link in Discord for my Discord for all things serious. So you could come in and talk and get things off your chest. I'll post it again. So that is specifically for ATS, all things serious. So come in, get things off your chest, talk to me. If you got problems and you need somebody to talk to and you don't know who to talk to, I'm always there. I'm always there. I can't say I can always relate to what you're going through, but I can listen. I can read. And if I can share, I will. Like, advice. I could give you ideas. Thank you, Brittany. Music is always soothing for the soul. But listening to the right music is what's soothing. Or getting out of the house and going for a walk and getting fresh air can always help too. I don't know how many people's lives I've probably saved in my lifetime just by giving them a hug. 'Cause a hug does a lot. I gave a dude a hug. 15 minutes later, he came back to me and he said, "Bro, I really needed that hug." And I said to him, "Bro, that's what I do, man. That's what I do." We got, what is it, Rody Gal, Illusion X13. Got a lot of people coming in, a lot of new people. Brittany, you're going to have to get up here and come ask me some questions and interview me. You're going to have to. I want to get you up on panel so you can ask me questions on anything. Or whoever wants to get up on panel and ask me questions. Anybody. Nobody's going to bite you or chase you off. I'm posting the link again. Somebody come up and ask questions. Daisy 73. I have split personality, unspecified personality disorder, along with having bipolar and PTSD. Glory Dancer. Hello. So, Oh my God, Lisa. That's funny. Because that's how they talk. They don't pronounce their R's. So instead of saying car keys, they say khakis. What's my khaki? So it sounds like they're saying khakis. Uh, Instead of saying car, they say car. Oh my word. Short shots. I'm gonna go get my shots. I'm gonna put my shots on. Hey guys, do you like these shots? I got camo ones. I gotta quit making fun of people's accents, because they're probably people who are from Boston is probably like, yeah, you and your deep voice, funny. They're probably over here. You just hurt my feelings. I'm sorry. Humor fixes my feelings. Yeah, I live in New Hampshire, so the New England is up here. So you over there in Rhode Island. Yeah, when I first moved up here, I had a southern accent. Y'all was my favorite word. I could be talking to one person and be like, how y'all doing? Be talking to one person and say y'all. Or hey you. Hey you. Like, hey you, what's going on over there? Hey you. They're like, hay's for horses. Yeah, they are. Alright. I'm over here making myself laugh for no reason when I'm supposed to be serious. No, but back to what I'm saying, like, that's how my brain operates. I could be on one. Oh, Daisy, yes, you're right. There are a lot of celebrities and musicians that have property in New Hampshire. Yes, there are. Back 15 years ago when I had a job, like an actual physical job painting houses, before I damaged my body, I've painted a few of those celebrity houses, or musician houses, famous people houses, yes. My favorite house to paint was C.C. Sabathia's house, pitcher for the New York Yankees. That was the best job, best house I ever painted. People are gonna make fun of me, but yeah, I'm a Yankees fan. Rowdy's got like, all right, I gotta go because she's a Red Sox fan probably. She's like, you just done it. All right, we're dropping off. We're leaving. You said the Yankees. Ooh. I get that all the time where I live. My whole family's from New York. Like, my whole family. Like Cornell University, Ezra Cornell. That's my fifth generation great grandfather, Ezra Cornell. It was named after him. Okay. My fourth generation great grandfather is Alfonso Cornell. So my whole family is from New York. Started way back in the 1800s. So if I was born in Orlando, Florida, but my mom was born in New York, my dad was born in New York, my grandmother, my grandfather. My entire family is originally from New York. And then they came over here on the boat. So my 10th cousin's on the Declaration of Independence. Can you tell me what bill in U.S. currency that doesn't have a U.S. president on it? The $100 bill is the only U.S. currency that doesn't have a U.S. president on it. It's the $100 bill. Benjamin Franklin was never a U.S. president. But he's one of the most important people in American history. So, sorry for the dead space. More trivia? No, it's not the $10 bill. It's the $100 bill. The $2 bill? Ain't nobody got $1 million bill. I got that fake currency. It said made for Hollywood pictures. Made for the movies. That fake currency. Somebody handed it to me in a birthday card. My birthday's on the 15th. My birthday ain't April Fool's Day. I almost thought it was real until I was reading it, and I'm like, man, this is faker than, you know, I'm going to keep my words quiet because this was fake, and it upset me. I'm like, I'm bawling. No, I wasn't. So anybody got any other questions? Oh my word. So what do I do to pass my days? So before I started doing my channel and getting into the true crime, which I'll never do true crime. I don't know how people have the passion for that. It's a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot. No, I'd rather talk about mental health all day. I could do that. Like, yeah, Brittany does an amazing job at her true crime. No, I could never, that's too much. So I have two cats, Fluffy and Jasmine. I prefer dogs, but those cats belong to my mother, and my mom's a cat lady. So what do I do to I just started going to the gym, trying to get back into shape. I put on some weight during the pandemic and everything else, and I just haven't decided to care for myself until now. So I just started getting back into the gym. I believe that when I see it, Glory Dancer. So I have a Maine Coon, and then I have a Tabby Cat. So Jasmine's a Tabby Cat and Fluffy's Maine Coon. Yeah, I used to work out all the time, but it's hard. What is a Maine Coon cat? Okay. Well, they call it Maine Coon, if I'm correct. Maine Coon. Is that how you pronounce it? Maine Coon? Oh, not Maine Coon. It's Maine Coons. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty large cats, I will tell you that. Pretty large cats. They're giant cats. They're soft and furry, and they're giant cats. And they're usually, they get up to like 12 pounds for a female, 18 pounds for a male. And if you don't feed them properly, they can become obese. So my mom got a cat, really fat cat, weighs 40 pounds. It's got 5 more pounds and it'll be back to normal. It's just amazing seeing the cat has lost so much weight and is healthier. Yes, my mom's cat has a lion's mane. Yes. My mom had another cat named Simba, and he earned that name, Simba. He earned it because Simba wasn't afraid of dogs. You know how you get some cats that are afraid of dogs, will run from a dog of any breed? Nope. Simba will come at you like he was the dog. Oh yeah, I love Brit's channel. Brit Brittany has an amazing channel. I love the community over there. And I know where all you guys come from is that community, you know. Brittany has an amazing community, and you guys we're all part of it. You know, and she really pushed me when I talked about doing this channel and talking about mental health. You know, and another thing I want to get into is breaking down, like, certain people who commit these crimes and why they commit those crimes. You know, what were they thinking? How was it, what drove them to do that? Like, really, what drives somebody mentally to do something like that? Is it because of what they were forced to witness as a child? You know, were they, like, I grew up in Gainesville, Florida. Does anybody in this chat remember the Gainesville Ripper, Danny Rawling? So when I was a child, 9 years old, 8, 9 years old, I had a god brother. We were going back to his house, and when we got to his house, we couldn't go in because of one of his neighbors was just taken out. Like, one of his neighbors was just good nighted for the rest of their life. And that was a victim of Danny Rawlings. Okay? So that kind of hit very close to home. And then knowing that there's an SK in your area, and not knowing it, now you're aware, you're alert, you're on your toes. Well, he finally gets arrested. Well, years later, when I was in college, I took criminology, and I did him. I did when we talked about SKs, my report was done on him, and I researched him. And I'm like, what drives a human brain to do something the way he did it? So, it was scary, knowing that you're in the same city as one, and you could be a target at any time. Especially, I'm the type of kid, I didn't live in fear. When I heard of an SK, I'm on my bicycle. You know, all right, come hunt me, please. We're going to have fun, because I was a bad kid growing up. There wasn't a fear, there was no fear in me, so that was probably, yeah. Now, do I have fear? Oh, yes. Any human has fear. Any person in their right mind has fear. So my god brother, I still talk to him to this day. He went to University of Florida. So he unalived 5 college students. And then he unalived a family of 3. The father, the daughter, and the grandchild. 3 generations prior to the 5 college students. So when I broke his case down and I started doing research on his childhood, he came from an abusive household. So the father used to abuse the mother, physically abuse the mother. And then the father used to make Danny crawl around the house on all fours and eat the food like a dog. So I'm reading this and I'm researching it, and I'm coming to find out that Danny Rawlings' father was a cop in Shreveport, Louisiana. A cop. And then he used to go in the back and he used to watch his father mutilate animals. Like the whole Jeffrey Dahmer situation, but Danny Rawlings wasn't as bad. Well, he was bad, but not to the point where he's diced. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just crazy, digging into those types of minds. That's the reason why mental health, like, and people are not seeing it. Like, school systems are not trained to witness and see kids' reactions. When you see a kid in a classroom and he's quiet into himself as a child, there's something going on at home. If a kid that is 5, 6, 7 years old, and he doesn't interact with a single child, it's either he is. There's could be a number of reasons, and understanding them and finding out what those reasons are is very important. So that kid doesn't grow up being left out, being, disconnected. Because childhood sets your pathway for adulthood. How you're treated as a child would be how you treat others as an adult. That's how I see it. I could be wrong feeling that way. I could be right. Who knows? It's my opinion. That's how I think. I think that if school systems, because you get kids who come from broken homes, and like really broken homes, really broken homes. And when they get older, it can make them strong mentally or make them do things that they regret doing. So, anybody else got any questions? So, see, that's a Lisa, that's a Patreon discussion, and I haven't created Patreon, but that's a Patreon discussion. Okay. Yeah, I do, Daisy. Yes, because some kids, if they're not getting the nurture they need, The love. Love. Okay? If you... It can do a lot of things to you mentally. If you're not getting the actual love that you need as a child. You know, if you're neglected, okay? Like there are some cultures that as a child, when you go up to your parent and say, I'm depressed, what's the first thing some of these cultures say? What do you got to be depressed about? You ain't got no bills to pay. You ain't got to worry about paying rent. You ain't got to put food on the table. You ain't got none of this to worry about. Well, yes, but you don't know what's going on at school. You don't know what's going on outside the house. You don't know what's going on anywhere. So for you to say that what you got to be depressed about, there's a lot you could be depressed about. You could be depressed about what you look like, the clothes you're wearing, you know, getting picked on at school. There's a lot of things. That can make a child depressed. Getting bullied, you know, it could also be not getting the love and attention you need at home. You know, it could also be, you know, numerous things, struggling in class, education-wise, not being able to comprehend something the teacher's teaching, and the teacher's not giving you the time of day and help you. There's numerous things you could be depressed about. You know, and if it doesn't get taken care of it, oh yeah, acne. I dated this girl, her nickname was the Acne Queen. She was my girlfriend at the time. I didn't care. I didn't look her any different. But she was called the Acne Queen. She had so much acne. It was wild. I hope she's doing wonderful now. Yeah, so I never called her that. I never made fun of her. I dated her for about a year. You know, so somebody asked a question. Okay. Trying to find it. So Diana said, what do you do every day to maintain your equanimity and to keep your mind at peace? So I turned to YouTube for building. Like, I am a carpenter by trade. I love working with things. Now, can I do it on a daily basis? No. I have arthritis in my back. I have it in my shoulders. I blew out my knees a long time ago, so I have like really bad knees. So I have to be very careful getting back in the gym and working out. I have to lose a lot of weight. I have to get healthy. Yeah, I'm a big boy, tall. I'm not like big pun size, but I don't want to get there. But music is also a passion of mine. Yeah, Kentucky Lee. A lot of people are very dismissive when it comes to mental health. Here's a link to my Discord. So, yeah, music, yes. I mean, listening to a music is an outlet. And singing to it. I used to have a really amazing voice. So I'm learning how to sing Happy Birthday by sounding like Louis Armstrong. And you guys know who Louis Armstrong is. So those of you, I posted the link to Discord, so if you haven't joined Discord, I posted the link. So, yeah, I can't play an instrument to save my butt. I've tried. Sober, yeah, I can't play anything. And I quit drinking a long time ago, so there goes my thing of playing guitar. I can't play guitar sober, but back in the day, oh yeah, I could tear it up. Oh yeah. Oh, what a wonderful world. Yes, that song. I am going to learn how to sing Happy Birthday in that voice. Tomorrow, I'm going to sing it. Tomorrow. Yeah, Lisa, I'm sorry for your loss. You know, it's got to be tough. One day I'm going to do a cover. One day I'm going to do a cover of Louis Armstrong. So, growing up without a father, okay, is very difficult. It's hard. I came from a fatherless home. It's difficult. I don't care what anybody says. At all. Growing up without your dad It's tough. Because I think a lot of the things that happened to me as a child wouldn't have happened if I had my father. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So, oh, I love swimming. Did she do her members only live? If she's doing a members only live, I'm jumping over there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start doing lives every day except Friday and Saturday. So I'm going to go live again tomorrow evening too, about this time. Yeah, Soul Shine. See if it's, well, because it's saying that she's got allegedly, in my opinion, starting at 7:05 p.m. That's in 45 minutes. So she hasn't started her live yet. Any other questions before I end this live? Sassy. You can always watch the replay. It was an interesting live. You watch my brain bounce around. Yeah, she's going live at 7:05 p.m. So I'm not going to be on much longer because I want to break before she goes live. What do I feel? Oh, not having a dad growing up, I didn't learn how to become a man. You're fine, Diana. You can even come up on panel one day and talk. Not having a father. So 5 Central Standard Time would be 8 p.m. my time. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time would be 9 p.m. my time. But on her backup channel, it says 7:05 p.m. my time. Eastern, Central? Central, okay, so if it's 6:15 p.m. my time, that would be 5:15 p.m. your time, right? So, but no, like when do I know my dad now? Yes, yes. I know who my dad is. Do we? Okay. Do I know who my dad is? Yes. So, yeah, Brett is on the same time zone as me. So, yeah, my dad, man, I know who he is. We're not connected. His my pops is my uncle. You know, I call him pops. I call him pops because I could talk to him about anything and not get lectured or. And I'm like, you lecturing me? I haven't seen you for 36 years. Can't do that. Nope. I talk to my dad now and again. I try to. It's difficult. We're totally two different people. Like, totally two different people. I love my uncle and my uncle to death, man. My Uncle Ray, man, that guy, he's taught me a lot about life. My Uncle Ray, so part of being a man is knowing how to fix your own things. Part of being a man is knowing how to take care of your own property. It's all part of being a man. How to treat a woman. And then I noticed that there's a lot of women out there that don't have a mother, you know, that don't know how to treat a man. Because I know how to treat a woman. My mama raised me my whole life. I just need to find a woman that's like my mother. And that's difficult. So I've been searching. I've been still searching. I've been married twice. Get the hint twice. Unless I find somebody that's like my mom. You know, like, she's always taught me respect. So, it is just, I've been in relationships where, like, I don't get the respect I deserve. You know, when I'm the type of guy that'll worship the ground you walk on, I would expect that in return. If I treat you like a queen, I expect to be treated like a king. If I'm out there and I'm paying all your bills, teamwork. Teamwork, you know, they say makes the dream work. Teamwork. Isn't that right? Teamwork makes the dream work. If you work together as a team, anything can be accomplished. That's what I was always taught. But that's the reason why not having a father, you know, is hard. Because not having a father, you don't learn what it's be like to be a man, or even see, you can have a mother and not know how to be a man and how a man should treat a woman, Because if you're with your parents, okay, and your father treats his wife with the utmost respect, the boy is going to grow up seeing this and knowing how to treat a woman. Okay, a woman grows up seeing how her father is treating her mother. She's going to grow up wanting a man to treat her the same way. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, that's how I've always understood it. So, I've just been in the wrong relationships. Because every woman I have been with had a father that did not know how to treat their wife, the mother of their children. Okay. That's what I'm figuring it out. I am getting it now. And it just took time talking about it. So if you want a woman, just like if you want a man, you want a man that comes. See, it's just difficult because coming from a household where not having a father, you don't know how to be the man of the man. I need to take courses on how to be a man. I need to take courses. See, before I'd give up on life, but now I take it as humor. But I am going to go and look and see if there is. See, my dad's still alive. I reconnected with him 36 years later. But if you want to get technical, I lost my dad at 4 years old. If you want to get technical. I had a stepdad that was abusive. Responsible, I'm still working in that field. Respectful, yes. I'm still learning that part. I quit smoking cigarettes and quit vaping so I have more money in my pocket. I'm still, like, my bills are paid, but I'm still irresponsible when it comes to money. I like shopping way too much. I'm like a woman. I like shopping. And I was just being stereotypical, and I apologize. I don't mean it for it to come out like that. It's just that I know a lot of women that love shopping more than men do. You know that song? I'm a window shopper, looking at things I can't buy. I'm a window shopper. But a lot of the things I do buy, which is not good. Yeah, crazy. Groceries are mad expensive. Mad expensive. Yeah, you got a point there, Lisa. You can't have rainbows with the rain. Sometimes we got to go through some really crappy things to know what's right and what's wrong and what we will and will not tolerate. Yeah. Oh my Lord. I have $1 million in my safe for later. Oh my word. All right, everybody. I am gonna call it a day. I will be back tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Thank you guys for joining. I apologize for Sunday, the live being so short, because I had obligations that I had to deal with. But I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. On that note, you guys have a wonderful day. And thank you for joining All Things Serious. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the, allegedly, in my opinion, with Brittany J. Peace out.